Hey there YouTube, Flaming Creations, you're back with another video, and today I have 4 gloves to show, all of them being from Matthieu. The first of which is this Freddy's Nightmares Part 5 inspired glove. I would do this video outside as it is a nice day and basically all of the snow is melted outside, but it is also incredibly windy out, so not going to be doing this outside. Also, before I forget, all the leathers featured, Matthieu supplied himself. They're all vintage 1178 / trucker specials. This one is a trucker special, so. This is basically a Part 5 armature that was also used in the TV show Freddy's Nightmares for sure, in at least an episode, if not maybe a few. I don't know, I haven't watched the show fully. I've seen a few episodes of it, but there are pictures of this glove. This glove can be screen matched to at least an episode or two, but we don't have any other good pictures of it aside from what we can barely see in the TV show and one photo of it where, if I move, it's kind of like the current owner of it or someone has a picture of it just sitting on a sweater, just kind of like that. Again, I apologize for the lighting. Again, I do this outside with natural lighting, but it is windy and sacrifices have to be made. So, backplate is like really tarnished and dirty. Got a good look at your solder spills. Regular butter knife, really thick ass butter knife, normal kitchen knife, and then butter knife. So, yeah. Again, we don't have any photos showing the palm hole cut, so I just did your basic standard Part 5 cuts. So, this is the second one of these that I have gotten to do. I did one about a year ago, and since then I found a little more, well, I shouldn't say a little more reference, but was able to better make out some details, more so like solder spill wise on the middle finger, and then there's the offset fingertip cut there on the pinky, I believe. Granted, that's what at least I can make out from one of the photos. It might not actually be like that, but from the way the photos look, it looks like it's slightly offset, so. Moves good. Well, as good as a Part 5 glove can move, so. Again, I apologize for the lighting. I'll probably be saying that a lot. But here is the Part 5 Freddy's Nightmares inspired glove. It's on a vintage trucker special. You might just barely be able to make out the logo right in there. Whereas the rest of it is covered with leather dye and paint. The next glove is a personal favorite. Next glove is a Part 6 hero. Matthieu had requested not to have that little connecting bit of solder in there. Technically, it is there. There is supposed to be a little bit of solder that connects those two spills, but he requested not to have this, so I guess that technically makes this a custom Part 6, but at the same time, you know, for the most part, it's just a regular Part 6, so. It's also on a vintage 1178 leather he supplied. I think I've mentioned it before, but I usually don't supply my own vintage 1178 leather stock. If someone wants a glove that has vintage leathers on it, usually they have to supply the leather themselves, and then I can make the glove, so... Really happy with how this 6 turned out otherwise. I always love making part 6s. And for whatever reason, I don't know why it is, but the method that I use to dye my part 6 leathers, for some reason, on newer style 1178s, it turns out a lot darker, but the leather material or whatever on vintage leathers, it turns out perfectly. Again, I'm not sure how well the lighting is picking this up, but this leather turned out exactly how I wanted it to look. It's a little bit lighter than it appears on camera, but... One thing I should also say, too, is that all of these armatures, they've been sanded shiny and are naturally aging by themselves. So I built the Part 5 Freddy's Nightmares glove first, then I built the Part 6, then I built the next glove I'll show you, and then the most recent armature. So you'll gradually see the armatures get lighter and lighter in shade, but they are aging up with time, so... But yeah, I am very happy with how this Part 6 turned out. Personally, I don't like having that little connecting bit there, but because I know it's there, it just bothers my OCD that it's not there, so... But, customer requests. Alright, so that is the Part 6 hero. Next up is a glove that we recently got. Well, the next 2 gloves, technically, we recently got more recent photos of. But next glove is this Part 6 Tertiary hero. Fun little fact for you guys. The naming order for gloves would be, you know, there's like the main hero, then it'd be like secondary hero. Falling secondary, it's not thirdly, it's tertiary for whatever reason. Also, this leather is appearing much darker than it actually is, but... this glove can be seen in Part 6 when Maggie is trying to drag Freddy into the real world, and he grabs a pipe, and his arms begin stretching out. You see about... Let's see here if I can match the shot. Kind of about like that of the glove. So that's about what you see of the armature in the actual film. It might have been used in other scenes too. I know the current owner's claiming it's been used in a few other scenes, but in the photos he posted, those sure do look like the 6 hero. But for sure, again, it was used when it grabs the pipe. So I know other people have also called this the pipe grab glove, but... the new photos that we basically got was we got some palm hole shots to kind of give us an idea. Granted, the leather's all kind of crumpled up and everything like that, but we got some palm hole shots to know what the leather cuts are in the leather, kind of ringlet weathering, paint-wise, so on and so forth. So... both, the regular Part 6 hero and this glove are on regular 1178s, while the Part 5 Freddy's Nightmares and the next glove I'm going to show you after this are on a vintage trucker special. So, not sure how well... Oh, I guess if I go like this, you can kind of pick up the interesting blade grinds that they have on this with all the little dips and valleys in them. I know someone had pointed out maybe that this glove was used in Part 5 during the comic sequence as well, just due to the silver spray paint that's on it. I don't necessarily think so. I think more so the reason for the silver spray paint on this particular glove was due to the fact that the Part 6 secondary hero was also used in Part 6, and they were trying to match the armature more to that, so they added silver spray paint to it to kind of, and then, you know, sanded or removed a lot of the paint to make it look more reminiscent of the 6 secondary hero, so. Also, the tips on this are a mix of silvers and grays. Now, what I presume happened is the fact that they painted the tips completely silver, and it gradually kind of tarnished the paint with age, and it just turned more of a gray color, but there's some remnants of silver on there, there's some remnants of gray, so I just kind of mixed the two there, but give a good look at the solder spills. For whatever reason, this looks like a dude chasing a butterfly, I'm gonna say. With a back, maybe that's his knee. Yeah, let's just go with that. That's his knee, bending there, chasing a butterfly. And your usual S spill that appears on almost every armature, in some degree or another. But yeah, here is the Part 6 tertiary hero, or pipe grab glove. And last but not least, we have a glove that I have decided to rename now. This glove might look familiar to you. In fact, if you go back on the channel, I have built this glove before, minus some differences. So we have the Part 6 Maggie Stab Glove is what I'm now going to be calling this. I have built this glove again before. Before I had it titled the Part 5 Seatbelt Glove, or Dan's Death Seatbelt Glove. The reason mainly for the name change is just due to the fact that we still don't necessarily have clear enough pictures showing that this could be the seatbelt glove. So this glove was matched, though. It was used in Part 6. Now, this is going to get way out of hand here when it comes to screen matching, but the glove was used in Part 6. Maggie knocks the glove out of Freddy's hands and then puts it on. When she puts it on at first, it's the Part 6 secondary hero, but after she flicks her wrist out and starts walking towards Freddy, I'm trying to maybe match up the shot. Granted, it's so dark, but she's walking at Freddy, and you kind of see a shot like this where the blades are kind of coming at you. You can just barely see a little bit of the backplate, too. Granted, again, it's too dark when I tried doing that. But you see that little bit of the backplate, and that is how the glove got screen matched to Part 6. Now, this glove was also used in, again, an episode of Freddy's Nightmares, believe it or not. How it got matched to Freddy's Nightmares is due to the fact that, one, this glove, for whatever reason, has, I would say, uniquely set rivets, being that, I don't even know if you can see it, but they kind of have little dimples on them. It might not be showing up that well on camera, but they have these unique little dimples that I get by setting it a different way than I normally would. And also that little solder spill protruding off of the side of the back plate, that was matchable too, because to my knowledge that is the only glove that has something like that. But anyways, this glove recently went to auction. Now, sometime after filming in Part 6, the original blades were taken off or fell off or something like that, and they had been replaced. If you want to see how the glove would look with the replaced blades, again, go back. I might have renamed the video to Maggie Stab, otherwise it'd be like Part 5 Seatbelt Glove, something like that, but I do offer this glove. It can be done with either the Part 6 style original blades or the new modern, really thick, chunky, wonky blades. Also on the modern version of this glove, it has, this rivet is gone, and it's replaced by like an electrical tie, They're like it's a black, almost like a bread tie, kind of like black cord tie thing or whatever, going through the leather. This glove is, now I didn't realize this. At first I kind of thought that, you know, why is Matthieu sending me a trucker special? But after looking closely at the auction photos, you can actually make out that it is a trucker special on this particular glove. So, it is a trucker special. You can see, you more so can see the special logo there. It is very faded though, just due to the paint weathering, so on and so forth, but try to give you a good look at all the solder spills. This glove was such a pain in the ass to do the solder spills for. So wonky, so completely out of there, solder spill wise. So nothing like a regular part 5 or 6 glove where they're much easier. A lot of random lines and angles and offshoots. But yeah. So, tried to match the paint weathering, like there's some bare spots here on the leather where it's darker in some areas and all that kind of fun stuff. So, this is also, funnily enough, the latest glove entry up to this point. So, you know, the 4s minus the production made 5 rivet glove. All the 4s have brass, or not brass, they have copper ringlets. All the 5s have copper ringlets. And then you get to this glove here, which is in 6. All the 6s, again, have copper ringlets, except for this one here. This one has brass ringlets. So, just something unique that, for whatever reason, some of the gloves, they decided that they were going to have brass ringlets instead. This glove did go up for auction. Again, I think I mentioned that, but this glove went up for auction last year, late last year, and that's how we got a lot of the new photos of it. Before, it was in someone's private collection, and they didn't share too many photos of it, so there have been some changes, template and armature-wise. Very slight ones, though, just due to the fact that now we have more and better photos of it. Plus, we have a palm shot, a proper palm shot of it now, so. But, yeah, part 6, Maggie Stab Glove. So, I guess I'll do a group lineup here, even though all of the armatures are going to be very not lit properly. So, you got part 6 hero, and I'll have to scoot some of these gloves closer together here. Great, let's see here. Maybe I could do this. There we go. That's a little bit better in terms of showing the armature. Still not perfect, but you kind of have a better view of them there. So, anyways, Matthieu, here are your 4 gloves. Thank you for placing your order during the sale. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all next time.